Well, folks, we have an update in the deeply cared about Amber Heard lawsuit with Johnny Depp. As you know, we covered this because effectively the audience has a gun to my head when it comes to coverage of these types of issues. I don't care about them very much, but you guys seem to care about them an awful lot. So let's talk about Amber Heard. Apparently, Amber Heard has now settled the defamation lawsuit with ex-husband Johnny Depp. This is because she had no money. So essentially, she had been awarded, Depp had been awarded $10 million in compensatory damages and $5 million in punitive damages because she ran a piece in 2018 accusing him of spousal abuse. That turns out to be kind of false because she's a crazy person who apparently was also pretty abusive to him. A Virginia judge had reduced the punitive damages to $350,000 because of statutory limits, but she was still owing him like $10 million. The jury had awarded her $2 million in compensatory damages, no money for punitive damages for her cross-complaint, which alleged defamation of her statements that Johnny Depp's attorneys made about her abuse claims. Well, now she has settled for $1 million because apparently she doesn't have more money than that. She says that this is not an admission, that the settlement is not an act of concession. She pointed to her experience with the American legal system, according to CNN, as part of her motivation for deciding to settle the case, alleging that abundant direct evidence that corroborated her testimony was excluded. Well, no, it's just that she appeared to be a congenital liar. And just to quickly review this case, she got up on the stand and she was first of all, it does raise the question as to how she was ever cast in any movie ever, considering she's one of the worst actresses I've ever seen. I'm not even talking about in a movie. I'm talking about like on the stand. Just as a quick reminder, here is Amber Heard literally posing for the camera while blowing her nose in the middle of her trial.
And after you both returned to L.A.
So she stops and poses for the camera while blowing her nose. Make sure, guys, you have the angle. Guys, you have the angle. But don't worry, guys. It is not rehearsed. She was completely sincere. Again, her testimony was completely unconvincing on every possible line. You'll recall that she suggested that she did not punch Johnny Depp. She just hit Johnny Depp. So that is a distinction without a difference when it comes to spousal abuse. Here is Amber Heard, once again, doing an amazing job.
And I watched you lie. And then
I didn't punch you, by the way. I'm sorry that I didn't hit you across the face in a proper slap, but I was hitting you. It was not punching you. Babe, you're not punched.
Don't tell me what it feels like to be punched.
You know, you've been in a lot of fights. You've been around a long time. I know. Yeah.
No, when you have a close
You didn't get punched. You got hit. I'm sorry I hit you like this, but I did not punch you. I did not deck you. I was hitting you. I don't know what the motion of my actual hand was, but you're fine. I did not hurt you. I did not punch you. I was hitting you.
How are you tough?
What am I supposed to do? Do this? I'm not sitting here bitching about it, am I? You are. That's the difference between me and you.
No, it was a great marriage. It was one of our ideal marriages. They're taping each other in the midst of all of this. They both appear to be completely dysfunctional humans. Amber Heard is significantly more dysfunctional than Johnny Depp, which is saying a hell of a lot. We'll get to more on this in just 1 second. First, it's no secret that the holiday season is the best time to buy a car. Dealers are motivated to hit end-of-month and end-of-year sales quotas, and with used car prices coming down, we can expect to see even more amazing deals this year. But before you set foot into a dealership, you have to check out Carzing. Carzing is completely changing the way you buy a car online. By partnering with credit agencies, lenders, and over 25,000 dealers nationwide, Carzing provides you with everything you need before setting foot into a dealership. You can instantly pre-qualify online without affecting your credit score and get instant financing details, including what your down payment would be, your monthly payment, term, and APR, putting you several steps ahead of other buyers. Once you find the right car at your ideal budget, all you have to do is bring your saved deal voucher with you to the dealership and finalize your next ride. It is very, very simple. Even if you're not in the market for a new car, you should check out Carzing anyway. It's like window shopping. Just poke around, see what's available in your area. Visit carzing.com/Ben today. Skip the guesswork. Find out the best deals near you. That's carzing.com/Ben. It takes all the pain out of searching for a new or used car. Head on over to carzing.com/Ben today. Well, she actually released a statement on her Instagram. Here's what it says, quote, "After a great deal of deliberation, I've made a very difficult decision to settle the defamation case brought against me by my ex-husband in Virginia." It's not a difficult decision. You could either pay him $10 million or you could pay him $1 million. It's important for me to say I never chose this. You did. You wrote a piece about him in 2018, clearly saying that he abused you. And it turns out that was not true. I defended my truth. My truth. The phrase "my truth," always the dead giveaway that you are lying. Again, everybody has a different giveaway. The big one societally is my truth. When you say it's my truth, what you mean is not the truth. It is your opinion. And generally, it's not true at all. It's like the equivalent of when Joe Biden starts citing stories from my dad about So Joey, you know, whatever comes next is a lie. When somebody says, let me explain my truth. Okay, whatever happens next is just not true. So I defended my truth, and in doing so, my life as I knew it was destroyed. The vilification I faced on social media is an amplified version of the ways in which women are re-victimized when they come forward. So now you're comparing yourself to like a rape victim who comes forward and people ask tough questions to the rape victim and it feels terrible and all that. You brought this on yourself by lying, by not telling the truth, not my truth, the truth. Now I finally have an opportunity to emancipate myself, she says, from something I attempted to leave over 6 years ago and on terms I can agree to. I've made no admission. This is not an act of concession. There are no restrictions or gags with respect to my voice moving forward. No, the restriction and gag is that if you actually say that stuff again, you're going to get sued for defamation again. And that's the gag. I mean, the gag is not that it actually says in the settlement agreement you can't talk about this anymore. I'm sure that Johnny Depp would love for you to continue to talk about this, and they can sue you again. And then you can go back to court, and you can lose again. She's a joy. She recently left Twitter, by the way, and she was apparently laying low in Europe. By laying low in Europe, what we mean is that she was caught on tape, allegedly, pooping in the streets of Spain. I know what it is with this lady and poop. It's very weird. As you recall, during the trial, there were accusations that as a punishment to Johnny Depp, she pooped in their bed, which, gross. And then she blamed the dog, and then there was a lot of testimony about dog poop versus human poop. And now apparently there's CCTV footage of Amber Heard pooping on the ground in Spain. And apparently Johnny Depp's bed was not available. So that is awkward. Why can't she just poop in the toilet? I don't understand. Like, is the street really a great place to, why, like, does she have some sort of incontinence issue? What in the world? This seems like a well person. There are no indicators she was unwell anywhere along the line except for like her entire career. But she seems like a deeply well person. So she says that the UK legal system was better. That's because she didn't lose in the UK legal system. But now she's going to sign a check for $1 million to Johnny Depp. That's not going to fix all the damages she did to him. I mean, she really destroyed his career for years on end. But Johnny Depp is going to get hired again. Anybody who works with her would have to be insane at this point to cast her. I mean, like, you'd have to be a nut. Not because she's not a draw. Probably people will go watch just to see the spectacle. But because, would you want a person who poops on the street in your, allegedly, poops on the street in the cast of your new movie? Is that something that you're deeply interested in doing? He is getting work again, by the way. He has apparently been cast in the new Pirates of the Caribbean movie. I guess they're doing another one. And so he's going to be doing a new Pirates of the Caribbean. He's also in a movie as Louis the 15th. So he's starting to get work again. So that is your update on the riveting spectacle of the Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial. Alrighty, guys, the rest of the show is continuing right now. You're not going to want to miss it. We'll be getting into your phone calls. If you're not a member, click the link in the description and join us.